Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this week's episode of Mocktail Minutes. This is Bailey.
And this is Brianna.
We are doing a speed episode today because we have 8 minutes
Yeah.
before we both have to be off and be on a call. So we're gonna get this done. But I am drinking. What did I say I'm doing? Oh, orange
Lime.
pineapple flavored water from Just Ingredients, that powder, plus the coconut lime electrolytes. It's like
Um,
a fruit explosion in your mouth.
Sounds so
I feel
good.
like I'm in Jamaica.
Yeah, I'm not doing something that tastes that great. I went full like gym bro and I put protein in water and shook it because my time management today is great.
Hmm.
I'm doing raw essential. It's like a grass-fed whey protein, really good ingredients, like label verified. Have no idea the cost because my husband randomly brought it home, which if he's listening, I took the last of it. So
Go buy some more.
there's
Hey, Just Ingredients. There's a sale right now.
I'm gonna do that. There's that. No, that is a text message I got. It's saved on my phone. I'm ordering it today because I
Perfect.
want some of that water.
Yes, I am going to order some of that too. Okay, topic today. We are talking about high fructose corn syrup. It's kind
Yeah.
of a random one, but I mean, we get asked all the time, like what to look for on a label. Here's something I would look for. High
Yeah.
fructose corn syrup. Well, at first, do you want to go over what it is? Do we need to clarify what it is?
Yeah. I think that's a good idea. So it's a derivative of corn. So it's a sweetener that we make from corn. And God, what enzyme do we put into it? Hold on.
So,
Yes.
yes, it's from cornstarch, and then part of that glucose is converted into fructose
Fructose. Yeah.
using glucose. Is it isomerase? Is
Yeah. And
that
so
what it's called?
yeah. And so it just turns it into like, instead of being
Simple sugars.
one type of sugar, it's two type of sugars and it's cheap. It's really cheap. I mean, I know there's like a lot of debate going around right now, like what is better, like refined white sugar or high fructose corn syrup? I mean, they're both highly processed, but I will say the high fructose corn syrup, it's more easily metabolized by the liver, so you store it a little bit easier as like fat or like fat around your liver. So both in excess not good. Like I wouldn't I guess technically I would have something that's sweetened with normal sugar, maybe a little bit more than high fructose
I would agree.
sugar. But they're both, I mean, they're both highly
Sugar,
processed.
sugar.
Yeah.
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 Really, it was made because it was cheaper than sugar.
Yeah.
Corn is cheap. It's easy to use, makes it a little bit more shelf stable, and made your food taste good.
Yeah.
So people started using it, but there are effects of high fructose corn syrup. Number one, I mean, the increased risk of obesity because fructose is metabolized primarily in the liver and
Mhm.
can be converted to fat easier than like just glucose can. It may not stimulate insulin or leptin as effectively as just pure glucose would. So, like when we are thinking about glucose, like if you use a CGM, you're looking at a glucose response. You're not seeing the fructose response. So, I would say with that, like, couldn't you notice less of a response if you sweeten something with the high fructose corn syrup compared to glucose,
I feel like in theory,
like a
yes,
CGM?
because like fruit has more fructose, for example,
Hmm.
right? Which is why like fruit in its normal form is actually not as bad as everybody thinks. But I think it's like how much it's concentrated, right? Like soda typically has high fructose corn syrup, you will see your blood sugar up, but it's just so much of it, right? As opposed to like if you had a
True.
maybe equal amount of sugar and equal amount of high fructose corn syrup, you'd probably have a better blood sugar response with the fructose.
Hmm. Yeah. And
Yeah.
this is what can lead to fatty liver. So
Hmm.
excess fructose can increase that liver fat and contribute to insulin resistance. Over time, this is what leads to type 2 diabetes, high triglycerides, and even more abdominal fat.
Yeah. It's also like causes an increase in uric acid. So fructose metabolism can increase uric acid production, which is linked to gout and may also affect blood pressure. So this is just another reason why we're always encouraging to limit the highly processed foods because again, it's mostly with high fructose corn syrup. It's cheaper, it's easier to grow, it's way more shelf stable. But if you're having issues like gout or high blood pressure, limiting your amounts of high fructose corn syrup can be really helpful to help minimize those side effects.
Yeah. And then overall, like increased risk of more inflammation.
Mhm.
So lots of studies show that diets high in added sugars, including high fructose corn syrup, may promote more systemic inflammation, which
Yeah.
is linked to chronic diseases like heart disease. So
Yeah.
really, what we want to do, number one, limit added sugars in general. I would say under 25 grams across
Yeah. I say that for everyone. I know technically men, there's it's a, they're allowed more, but that's mostly just because in theory, men are eating more calories and it's a certain amount of your percentage from calories shouldn't be from added sugar. I just say 25 because that starts
yeah.
to make me really mindful and choose, okay, where am I going to have my added sugar from? Because there's sugar in a lot of things, but 25 grams is, that's
Mhm.
just what I say.
Yeah, start looking at those labels. I have a lot of people that are like, oh, I hardly do any added sugars. And then we start looking at things like creamer. If you're getting 5 grams of added sugar from your creamer, and then you're like, oh, I'm actually doing 3 servings of this,
Yeah.
you're starting your day with 15 grams of added sugar.
Yeah.
So look at those labels, choose more natural sweeteners and moderation. So this
Yes.
is the thing too, like just because you're using honey or maple syrup or stevia or monk fruit, it doesn't mean that like, oh, it doesn't matter, just sweeten it. Even like with stevia or monk fruit, like
Hmm.
I typically don't buy a lot of this like to sweeten my foods because my taste buds have now adjusted to where I don't need super sweet things.
Yeah.
So, not that these are just like a free for all, they're just a better option to
Hmm.
use.
Yeah. And like, I know, and I think this is probably where, like, going back to how we metabolize fructose, how we absorb it, because we absorb it different than glucose. Agave and honey are both higher in fructose than glucose. And this is why it's like, oh, they're better if you have diabetes, or you're better this, they're like a better sugar, they're a more natural sugar. All sugar is natural. It's
Mhm.
just where it's coming from. But again, it's the dose, right? Like you can't just go have like a quarter cup of honey and be like, oh, well, because it's honey and it's higher in fructose, I have better blood sugar response. I mean, a quarter cup of any type of sugar is going to be a ton. So
Yeah,
thinking like,
sugar is sugar
okay,
at the end of the
yeah,
day,
yeah,
but
but
you
I like
can't.
it. Like, I mean, honey and agave, I'm like, yeah, I of course do that before high fructose corn syrup because it's still less in fructose concentration. I don't know how
Yeah,
much. Don't quote
I
me,
would say
but
it's
it
like
is.
a little bit more natural. Like it's not really
It's
processing.
less processed. I think that's like the major one.
Yeah.
It's less processed. Like honey is
Mhm.
honey.
Mhm.
Bees have to throw it up. That's about it.
Yeah, and I get the raw like local honey too, so then you get benefits from it. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's kind of your like really quick rundown on high fructose corn syrup. Basically, not great for you, which I
Yeah.
think most of us already knew, but something to look at, and this is why it's not great for you. Work to increase more, well, not increase more, swap with more natural sweeteners. Look at your labels, decrease added sugars, eat more whole foods, and there you go.
Yeah.
You're good to go.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Yes.
Done.
We're not going to miss a week. So some weeks, if we need an 8-minute episode, we will do that.
Yep, you're welcome. I like these. It makes us stay on
It's
track.
fun. Yes. All right, everyone. Have a great rest of your week, and we will be back next week with probably, hopefully, a longer episode because we're going to be like better at planning.
Yeah.
But we'll be back still next week no matter what.